So you're a small business owner in Australia, and you know you need a great website, right? It's non-negotiable. But trying to figure out how much it's actually going to cost, well, that can be a nightmare. In this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise and give you a really clear roadmap so you can make a smart investment in your business's future. Okay, let's just dive right in and tackle the big one head on. This is the first thing everybody asks, and for a really good reason. The answers you find online are all over the place. So, what is the real number? Seriously, trying to get a straight answer on website pricing can feel almost impossible. And that's super frustrating when you're just trying to budget for what is, let's face it, your most important digital tool. And look, the reason it's so confusing is because the price range is just massive. It starts at one extreme, which might actually surprise you, at around 500 bucks. Now, that usually represents the do-it-yourself options where, let's be honest, you're trading your own time to keep that upfront cost low. And then on the complete other end of the spectrum, for those really complex, feature-packed, custom-built sites, the price can go way, way up. We're talking $50,000, and sometimes even more. Now, that huge gap from 500 to 50,000 is exactly why this is such a tricky question. But don't worry, we can definitely narrow it down. Because for most small and medium-sized businesses here in Australia, we can zero in on a much more realistic, much more helpful price point for a professional website that's actually going to get you results. That sweet spot is right between $5,000 and $12,000. Think of this as your benchmark. This is what you should expect to invest for a professionally designed site that is truly built to grow your business. So, how do you land in that range? Well, let's break it down by looking at the three main paths you can take. Because who you choose to build your site is probably the single biggest factor that's going to affect that final price tag. This really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one end, you've got your DIY builders. They're cheap and they're fast, but trust me, you're going to hit a wall with customization pretty quickly. Then in the middle, you have freelancers who offer a fantastic balance of cost and custom work. And then at the high end, you've got agencies, which are more of a complete strategic partnership for serious business growth. So when do you go DIY? Well, this route is perfect if you're just testing a business idea, you have a really tight budget, and frankly, you've got more time than money. If your revenue is under 50 grand and you just need a simple online brochure, this is a totally viable place to start. Now, hiring a freelancer is a fantastic step up once you've outgrown those DIY limits. If your budget is in that $2,000 to $8,000 range and you're craving more custom features, and this is a big one, you actually want to own your website's code, this is the path for you. But if your website is a core, central part of your business strategy, if you need it to generate leads, connect with other software, and actually rank on Google, then you're in agency territory. This is the kind of investment you make when you're serious about long-term growth and real results. Okay, so beyond who builds your sites, the next big question is, well, what are they building? The features you want and the complexity of the site are the next key drivers of your total cost. And this right here illustrates the single biggest design choice that impacts your budget. A template-based site? It's fast and it's affordable, but it's probably going to look like thousands of other websites out there. A custom design is a much bigger investment, sure, but it's built from the ground up just for your brand and your customers, and it's designed specifically to convert. And remember, every single feature adds complexity, which adds to the cost. A simple 5-page brochure site is pretty straightforward, but the moment you start adding things like a booking system or a member login portal or even a blog, the development time and that price tag are naturally going to go up. All right, now for the part that so many people forget about. The cost to build the website, that's just the beginning. To actually be successful, a website needs ongoing investment long after it goes live. I love this analogy because it is just so true. You could have the most beautiful, most expensive website in the entire world, but if nobody ever sees it, it's completely worthless. And that is where marketing comes in. Take a look at a typical ongoing budget. You see, the hosting and the maintenance, they're just a small slice of the pie. The big takeaway here is that digital marketing, the engine that actually drives traffic through things like SEO and ads, is almost always the largest and most important ongoing investment you'll make. And please, don't get caught out by these other often overlooked costs. Things like yearly software subscriptions, moving content from an old site, professional copywriting to make your message sharp, and those essential legal policies. They can all add up, so make sure you budget for them right from the start. So, after hearing all of this, you might be wondering, is it even worth the investment? Okay, let's stop talking about cost for a second and instead focus on what really matters: value and return on investment. This statistic from Stanford University says it all. A staggering 75% of people will judge your business's credibility based purely on your website's design. In today's market, a bad website isn't just a missed opportunity, it is actively costing you customers. And that investment absolutely pays off, but it's not an overnight thing. A well-built, well-marketed website is a long-term asset. You'll usually see momentum building in the first 6 months, you'll probably break even within a year, and then you'll move into a strong, positive return on investment from that second year onwards. So, let's end by reframing this whole conversation. The most important question you can ask has nothing to do with cost. It's all about purpose. So instead of asking, how much should I spend? I want you to start by asking, what do I need my website to do for my business? Because answering that question, that will lead you to the right investment every single time.
Thanks for watching. At Crisp Digital, we help Australian businesses grow smarter with AI, automation, and digital marketing that actually delivers results. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more insights that can transform your business. Ready to take the next step? Visit crispdigital.com.au and book your free strategy call today.